Hello team, today's challenge is Coffee Roast Detector, where we are given a very fancy string and we need to first convert it into point values for light, medium, and dark roast. And then we average that all out and return whether the whole lot is light, medium, or dark based on some averages here. So a few moving steps, and if I have to be honest, very weird way to encode these. I don't think I would do that in real life, but this is the challenge today, so we are going to take it on, okay? Over to the code. I've already gone ahead and made some data, okay? So what I've done is for each of these, right, we have the characters in here, the quote, the dash, and the period. They each have a point value, 1, 2, 3, and then their minimum averages. Nothing is going to be negative today, so 0 is fine, but again, if you really wanted to, you could set this to negative infinity, right? As the smallest of the small, right? But for today, it's 0. And then, of course, our final rating with the capitals all in place, and we are ready to go. Now, what I really want, like this is data that I would get from a database or an API or something like that. And what I really want is to be able to access these characters really, really easily, okay? So the next step for me is a const. We're going to call this symbol map, okay? Symbol might be the wrong word there because JavaScript has symbols. So maybe a little confusion. This could be character map or something like that. But what we're going to do is take our data, okay, right here and add it as a new map. So scrolling down so we can see this. When we do maps, we put it in an array and then we return a series of arrays in here that have the first element as the key and the second element as the data, okay, or the value for that key, right? Well, here, all of our data is up in these objects, right, inside of data. So we are going to go data, and you'll notice that I'm spreading it out so that it actually gets added in here properly instead of just being all in a group, right, in a single array inside of this array. That's not going to help us. But data.map, that's going to be the object, and we are going to return that array, those arrays that we need, okay? The first one being object.character, that's the symbol, and then everything else, okay? So now we have a map where we can key up, like if I do symbol map.get the dot, then I'm going to get all this data, okay? And same with the dash and the quote, right? And I can do that. Down here, right, into our function body, we have our points, okay? Our points are going to be the numbers. So we're going to convert these symbols into numbers now, okay? So that's beans. Beans being a string means that we have to break it apart. And right here we map, okay? On this map, we take that bean and convert it to the point value, okay? So that is going to be bean, no, sorry, it's going to be symbol map, getting ahead of myself there, dot get bean, if I could do this right, there it is, points, right? Just like that, okay? So points is in here, maybe that should have been value. I don't know, right? We could have absolutely done it that way, but we get those points and do it, okay? Below that, we get our average. So here's our average. It's going to be the points divided by points.length. But remembering that points is an array, we need to do something, right? What do we need to do? Well, we need to sum it up. And this is a thing that we've seen plenty of times. Let's go call it sum array as a bit of a fun thing here. Bringing that up, creating the function, changing points to array because that's a better name for it, and returning array.reduce, all stuff that we've seen before, the accumulator, the current. It's going to be accumulator plus current and 0, okay? So now we have the sum, we've done all that work, and really all we need to do is take that average and relate it to these min averages, okay? And for the min averages, again, 0 being light, that's the minimum. So from 0 to 1.74, I guess, right? The way that I've done this. 1.75 to 2.5 is medium, and then 2.51 and higher is dark, okay? For that, we go back here, dropping down, and again, we are going to add another variable, okay? Let's call this rating. So the rating on this one is going to be our data, and that might feel weird that we have the data up here, but we need to loop through this data and figure out which one of these is the one that we need, okay? So data, dot find last. And find last basically loops through it backwards, okay? So we're starting with the last element, then the second last, all the way backwards to the first. It's kind of like doing a reverse and then a find, which saves us a step, right? We don't have to do that reverse. So very, very handy. But right in here, we have that object and we find something. What do we find? Well, we're going to test the average being greater than equal to object.min average, okay? And then from there, we get an object back, right? All of this data. And what we really need is the rating. So the last step in here is dot rating, and then taking rating and trading it for our return, and it works, okay? This is the kind of code challenge where you could spend the whole day playing on this. As an example, maybe we take all this right here and we cut it out, bumping it up to function. What are we calling this? Maybe get roast average, spelling it right, roast average. Just like that, we toss in the beans. And instead of this, instead of setting the average, we return it, right? And then down here, we have const average equals get roast average. Come on, spell it right. Tossing in beans just like this. The whole thing should still work. It absolutely does, okay? But it leads to the question, like, getting the points for the beans, should that be next to getting the average? So maybe we split that apart and we split some other things apart until we have a series of functions that are all one line, right? It can get pretty ridiculous in a hurry. So need to be careful with that. I have things to do. You probably have things to do. So at some point we need to look at it and go, you know what? That's enough. And I feel like today this is enough. It's probably actually too much when you think about it. There's probably something I'm missing in here that can make this smaller. If you see that, let me know in the comments. Also, let me know what you think of doing it this way, where we have the data and then we do a transform on the data to make it easier to access, and then everything that we did to get that rating, right? Let me know if you like it, if you hate it, if you have a different way, all that stuff. Put that in the comments. Otherwise, for today, this has been Coffee Roast Detector, and I will see you tomorrow.